Listen to me. I want you to sit down, pull up a chair, and really pay attention, because what we are talking about today can make or break the peace of mind you have worked your entire life to build. You are at or near retirement. You do not have 30 years to play catch-up if you make a mistake with your 401k or IRA right now. You just don't. So I need to ask you a serious question. How much of your hard-earned money in your 401k is tied up in international stocks? Do you even know? Because every single week, I talk to people just like you, pre-retirees and retirees, who open up their 401k target date funds or mutual fund portfolios, look inside, and panic. Some of you look at the news, see global market volatility, currency swings, and geopolitical friction, and you think, Susie, I want out. Why am I investing in foreign markets when the US market is where I live? On the flip side, some of you are terrified that the US dollar is going to lose value or that US stocks are too expensive, so you've thrown 40%, 50%, or even 60% of your stock portion into global funds thinking you're being safe. Are you out of your mind? Let me tell you straight, both of those extremes are rooted in fear, and fear is the most expensive emotion you can ever have in retirement. Let's talk about the problem. The core dilemma facing your 401k right now is home country bias versus overexposure. When you live in the United States, your expenses are in US dollars. Your mortgage, your groceries, your medical bills, your Medicare premiums, they are all paid in dollars. If you put too much of your nest egg into international equities, you are voluntarily taking on foreign currency risk and different regulatory risks at a time in your life when your primary goal must be capital preservation and reliable income. If international currencies drop against the dollar, your portfolio takes a hit even if those foreign companies perform decently. But here is where people swing to the other extreme and make a fatal mistake: they cut out international stocks completely. They go 100% US stocks and bonds. Why is that dangerous? Because no single country dominates the global economy forever, every single decade, without fail. US stocks and international stocks take turns outperforming each other. When you completely ignore the international market, you lose out on thousands of world-class, dividend-paying megacorporations based in Europe, Japan, and elsewhere, companies that make products you buy every single day. More importantly, you lose the massive mathematical benefit of true global diversification, which lowers your total portfolio volatility. And when you are drawing income in retirement, volatility is your absolute worst enemy. So what is the question you need to be asking yourself today? It is not, which market will perform better next year? Nobody has a crystal ball. The question you must ask is, how much international exposure allows me to benefit from global growth without putting my retirement income at risk? Here is your actionable takeaway. Write this down. If you are retired or within 5 to 10 years of retirement, your total stock allocation should never be 100% of your portfolio to begin with. You need your liquid cash cushion and your high-quality bonds first. But within the equity, stock, portion of your portfolio, the absolute sweet spot for international exposure is between 15% and 30%. Let me repeat that so there is no confusion. If 50% of your total 401k is allocated to stocks, then 15% to 30% of that stock portion should be in a broad-based, low-cost total international stock index fund. That translates to roughly 7.5% to 15% of your total retirement portfolio. Anything less than 15% of your stock allocation, and you aren't getting the true risk reduction benefit of global diversification. But if you are putting 40%, 50%, or more of your equity money into international funds inside your 401k as a retiree, you are taking on way too much currency risk and emerging market volatility. Check your 401k options today. Look for low-cost, broad-market international index funds, preferably developed market or total international funds that hold hundreds of international blue-chip companies with ultra-low expense ratios. Avoid high-cost, actively managed foreign funds that eat away your wealth with 1% management fees. Remember, protect yourself, keep things simple, don't let fear make your financial decisions, and stand in your truth. You worked too hard for this money, now make sure your money works safely for you.